Hey everyone, I'm going to be going over the instructions for the lesson on Mansa Musa's Hajj. So remember, our compelling question is, was Mansa Musa a good leader? Today, you're going to examine the motivations and consequences of Mansa Musa's Hajj. So I've said that word a few times now, and you might be wondering, what is the Hajj? Well, the Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. The 5 pillars of Islam are duties or responsibilities of Muslims, and Hajj is the 5th one. The Hajj is a pilgrimage that Muslims take at one point in their lifetime, if they are able, to the city of Mecca, Saudi Arabia. A pilgrimage is a journey taken for a religious purpose. So Mansa Musa made the Hajj. He is a Muslim. We know that from previous lessons. And in this lesson, we're going to examine why did he make the Hajj and what happened as a result of him making this pilgrimage. So these sources on slide 5 are going to be super important for today's lesson. This is where you're going to learn about his journey. If you click this link, it'll take you to a Google document that looks like this. You have links to, I believe, 5 documents. And then you have this note catcher on the assignment as well. And you'll see you have 3 questions to answer for each document. You need to tell me in the chart, what is the source of this document? Is there an author provided? Do you know when it was made? And then you need to think about its credibility. Can you trust this source? You then need to summarize the document. So in your own words, what was the document about? And in the last one, tell us, what did the document tell you about Mansa Musa's Hajj? What did you learn about his pilgrimage from that document? So the first one is from a historian named Al-Umari. And I got that right here from the source. Al-Umari wrote this sometime between 1337 and 1338. And it explains to me that Al-Umari was an Arab scholar and the son of a Cairo official. Cairo's in Egypt, so right off the bat, I know that Mansa Musa must have passed through Egypt making his Hajj. It explains that he did not meet Mansa Musa when the Hajj arrived in Cairo in December 1324, but several years afterwards, Al-Umari interviewed people who had. He included their observations in his encyclopedia, and we have an excerpt of that encyclopedia below. So I'll just read the first part of this to get you started. From the beginning of my coming to stay in Egypt, I heard talk of the arrival of this Sultan Musa on his pilgrimage and found the people of Cairo eager to recount what they had seen of the Africans' wasteful spending. Interesting. So I'm reading this, and it's talking about the Sultan Musa, that's Mansa Musa, passing through Cairo as he was making the Hajj to Mecca. And it's telling me that he did a lot of wasteful spending. I already know Mansa Musa is pretty much the richest person that ever lived, so he definitely has a lot of gold and money, and it looks like Al-Umari does not think he's going to spend it wisely. So right off the bat, I already have stuff I can add to my note catcher. For the source, I would say the source of this document is the historian Al-Umari. And then I need to think about how this was made almost 800 years ago. And it also says that Al-Umari didn't meet Mansa Musa himself. So it's not the most trustworthy source of information because it's pretty doubted and he didn't actually experience the things he's talking about himself. So I could say, this document may not be trustworthy because Al-Umari did not actually meet Mansa Musa himself. And then I already have some information to summarize. I'm going to say that Mansa Musa wastefully spended his money in Cairo. I'm going to add to this, but I'm just adding information to my note catcher as I read. So what you would do next is pick up where I left off right after wasteful spending. See if you can add anything else to your summary. Explain what did you learn about the Hajj from this document, and then take a look at the other documents. This is a bigger lesson. It's going to take a little extra time, a little more time than a normal social studies lesson. You will have a class period to work on this. Actually, you'll have 2 because this is started on a Wednesday, and then you'll have your Thursday, Friday class as well. As always, if you're working on it independently and you have questions, please let your social studies teacher know. Good luck.